kingdom. And the word reads, wherefore see you ain't dignified people in here, so I gotta be something for everybody. You got something? Some of y'all just bougie. Y'all get them really, but y'all bougie. And then you a straight up double consonant A. Saying we are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself. Help her out, please. Help her out. Lest ye be wearied and faint in your mind. Just two people. We don't need the whole church. We don't need the whole church. Just two people. It's just one person, y'all. Lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if he be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we've had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. And shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they barely for a few days chasten us after our own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present time seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded a peaceful fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way. But let it be rather be healed. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. And the word of the Lord is blessed. You may take your seat in the presence of the Lord. Come on, give the Lord a hand of praise. For a few minutes today, I want to extract our thought from, let's start a passage of scripture from part of 5 and going into 8. It said, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So for a few minutes today, I would like to invite your spirit and engage your mind to this thought. Don't despise the push. Turn to your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, God said, don't despise the push. Find somebody on the other side of you. Look them right in the eye and tell them, excuse me. Don't despise the push. Find somebody on the other side of this rapidly growing mega church and tell them, hey you. God said, he's calling you. So he said, don't despise the push. If you know what I'm talking about, give God a hand of praise. As we open our text this morning, we find ourselves reading from one of the more inconspicuous passages of scripture in all the Bible. What I mean by this, Ray, is that many times when we read the Bible, we read within the context that God is love. Am I right about it? As it's found in John 3:16, where it says, for God so loved the world. I feel God all in this place. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Or we read from the context that God is a provider, such as in Philippians 4:19, when it says, but my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. Even within the very book of Hebrews that we are coming from this morning, God is presented to us as the of the superiority of Christ and God. Please forgive me, I'm caught up in God. I will give everybody their honor after we finish tonight. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Even the superior. The first two chapters of the book of Hebrews deal with the superiority of the Son of God. Chapters 3 and 4 of Hebrews discuss the superiority of the Son's faithfulness. Chapters 5 and 6 of Hebrews enlighten its readers to the superiority of the Son's work. Now, if I may continue, chapters 7 through 10 discuss the superiority of the Son's priesthood. And the most famous part of the book of Hebrews, chapters 11 and going into the beginning of chapter 12, highlight the superiority of the Christian faith. But as we continue into chapter 12, there is a shift, and the writer begins to discuss with the Christian believers the superiority of the Father's ways. But he discusses it from the aspect of divine chastity. Now, this is where all of this God stuff gets crazy. Because it becomes very unpopular, First Lady, to start preaching that God will judge you. Because people are cool with you telling them God is a healer. All right, y'all ain't saying that here. People love it when you tell them God is a provider. Oh, gosh. And if you really want some people to come to church, you just tell them that God loves you no matter what you do. But if you want to get some people mad, get some people tripping, get some people acting a fool up in church, just mess around and tell them that God is going to get us from all of the stupid stuff, the wicked stuff, the iniquitous stuff, and the sinful stuff that we have done. You mess around and be crazy enough as a pastor to tell someone, oh, Shandalabahaya, to tell some people that the God we serve is love, is kind, is merciful, but he's also a God of judgment and a God of chastity. Please do me a favor. Turn to your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, God will light you up. They don't like to hear that. Find somebody else. Look right now and tell them, neighbor, God will light you up. Find somebody else and tell them, neighbor, God will light you up. You can praise him right there if you want to. I figured, I assumed it would get a little thing on the praise right about there, and I was correct. Now I know that it is not popular preaching this, especially when it is only 10 days before Christmas. But we're living in a time that although people may get games for Christmas, we need to be reminded every now and again that God is not a game. And he ain't nobody to be played with. That's why the Bible says, and I feel my help coming. In Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now this is so prophetically important for the believer in Christ to know and understand. It's not any believers in the house, any believers in the house. This is important for believers to understand is because, oh, Shatahaya. Because as we prepare to leave out of 2019 and enter into 2020, every seed that you have sown in 2019 will be your harvest in 2020. So in this month of December, God has given every one of us the chance to get it right with him and to correct everything we did jacked up in 2019 so we can reap a glorious harvest in 2020. Y'all ain't saying nothing. So understand this. Understand this, that God is a God of second chances, but you got to take your chance. God told me this. God told me this in this week of prayer and fast. I've been asking the Lord. I'll be 50 years old next month on January 27th. I know. You get all the glory. I know. I say it every morning. I know. And one of the things I'm asking the Lord for is a consecration. I'm asking the Lord for a 50-day fast. And I've been on it. And I've been waking up not hungry, waking up vibrant, waking up praying. And this finished my first week. I got 6 more weeks to go. I'm excited about it. I told you, get to consecration. I said, I will fast every night to 7, and then twice out of the month, while we in that consecration, 3 days straight through. Oh, I shit, I said, God, because everything that I had trickling in my life from 1 to 49, I'm not taking that junk in my life from 50 to 99. From 50 to 99. So I've been seeking the Lord and seeking the Lord. So in my prayer time and in my fasting time, the Lord told me, he said this. He said, in the realm of the Spirit, he said the month of December is the most pregnable time of the year. He said, because the seeds and gifts that are sown in your life in December during Christmas prophesy the harvest you will receive in the following year. Then God later told me and explained this to me, Deacon Kennedy. He said that when he birthed Jesus on Christmas Day, what he did was plant seed into the earth that later produced a harvest in the world. He said that on Christmas, God sowed a blessed seed, and later the world harvest a blessed church. This is why I know some of y'all are greedy and all you want is gifts. This is why you can't receive everything people give you, and you can't buy everybody something, because some gifts will sow a curse in your life. Let me explain that to you. That's why I'm telling you now, it's the thought that counts. No, it ain't. It's the spirit that counts. I'm going to warn you now. You give me something demonic, I'm throwing it away. You give me some out of bad spirit, I'm throwing it away. At least I'm going to help you save your money before I'm very serious. Because I will wait for God to bless me. And he's been very faithful, Sister Singleton, blessing me real good when I wait on. Hold on. I felt some haterade splashing around here. So you can't receive everything people give you. That's why in Genesis 14 the Bible said, and Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. He blessed him and said, blessed be Abraham of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be, and that's why you better not eat rather food too. I'm telling you, God, I'm true. And blessed be the Most High God. Some of y'all that go from house to house to house, some of them people are scratchers. Some of y'all friends are scratchers. Some of they wife scratchers. Bro, like, Dad, you probably right. Pastor the man right there said, Dad, you ain't talking about that. Yeah, like, bro, man, He said, and blessed be the Most High God, which delivered thy enemies to his hand, and he gave them tithes of all. So here we go, First Lady. Here we go. There was an exchange. The man of God, he gave Abraham bread and wine. Gave him the word and gave him the spirit. Because if you got the word and you got the spirit, it'll produce the anointing. So Abraham took the bread and he took the wine, but he gave back a tithe. That was the exchange. On the back side of that, the king of Sodom came. Y'all know what they did in Sodom, right? The oochie coochie with everybody. Men was doing men and women was doing women. I ain't gonna get into that. You got enough sense to know what fit and what stuff go. That ain't my place to talk about that right now. If you don't know, you in trouble. Because you gonna get gapped by the wrong person. And sometimes it's hard to tell these days. And the kingdom, I ain't talking about that though. And the kingdom of Sodom said unto Abraham, give me the persons and take the goods thyself. I want to make an exchange with you. And Abraham said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up my hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from thee even to a shoe latchet. There are some people you don't take nothing from them. That I will, why not, Pastor? That I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldest say, I've made Abraham rich. You ain't gonna be able to say you give me my swag. You ain't gonna be able to say you give me my fashion. You ain't gonna be able to say you made me look good. You ain't gonna be able to say you blessed me. I can't get no help around here. You ain't gonna be able to say, if I didn't do this, then he wouldn't have had that truck. The devil is 18 lines. Now only if you're a true believer that is being pushed by Almighty God, will you understand what I just said? But if you're not in the push dimension of your walk with God, you will be saying stupid stuff like, there he go again. Who he think he is? I'm so sick of him. But it really doesn't matter how much you get all into your feelings with your unspiritual self. Because some of y'all have set some people up to be cursed. The church don't pimp people, and people don't pimp the church. Pastors don't pimp people, and I am sure that you don't pimp God's church. Because when God decides to push into our lives and decides to push into your life, God knows just how to chasten us to make us feel the push. Do me a favor, turn to your neighbor again and tell him, neighbor, don't despise the push. Find somebody else. That person over there, they fight you. Find somebody else. Tell them, excuse me. God said, don't despise this push. Because the reality is this. Because God is our Heavenly Father, He understands the inner Samson, that He has some kids that like to show their tail in public. All up in this mug. He understood he got some kids that like to show their tail in public. Now, how many of y'all know what good parents do when their child shows their tail? And what would your mama do when you show your tail in public? You get your butt beat in public. This is why the Bible tells us in Hebrews, wherefore sin we're compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. But consider him that endured such contradiction of sins against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin, and ye have forgotten that you done forgot who God is. We all which speaking unto you as unto children, that said, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. You must understand, child of God, that people are watching you. They're watching how you go to church. They're watching how you honor your pastor. They're watching how you treat your husband. They're watching how you treat your wife. They're watching how you live your single life. And they are clocking your race. Now, if the truth be told, some of us must admit that we are not running this race with patience. Some of us are running tired, running sloppy, running chaotic, running trifling, and running outside the lines, meaning you are all over the place. Am I right about it, somebody? Some of us have gotten so bad with God, missionary Brandon, that God knows that the only way He's going to get you to stay in your lane, He has got to chasten you. So the question would be, before you get your beating, what does the word I came to tell somebody, Daddy gonna beat you? What does the word chasten mean? To bring to a state of submission, to subdue, to tame. You know you living foul. When God said He gotta tame you, that means you living like a wild heifer. You living like a wild dog. It means to discipline or correct by punishment. It means to moderate, restrain, and temper. It means to punish in order to correct or make better. It means to chastise. It means to make pure and style and refine. An example of chasten is if you are chastened by something, it makes you regret that you behaved badly or stupidly. You see, church, God is dealing with us in such a way so that we will regret all the stupid. Anybody did some stupid stuff in 2019? That we will regret all the stupid stuff we have said and all the stupid stuff we have done simply by fighting what God has valuable than your money. Prayer is more valuable than your husband. Prayer is more valuable than your wife. Prayer is more valuable than your children. No one is more valuable than Jesus. That's why he said, for we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmity, but was in all points tempted as like we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help. And this is why I love God. That when I'm going through stuff, when I am tempted, y'all, I'm not talking about y'all because y'all look good and holy, but when I am tempted and I'm struggling, I can still go to God boldly and say, God, this is me. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what the devil trying to pull me down with. God, I know I shouldn't be thinking like this. I know I shouldn't be feeling like this. I shouldn't be wanting that. But God, here am I. And I need you to deliver me. Then every now and again, I go through so much stuff, Ty, that just praying don't help me. I ain't like y'all. I ain't like y'all. Sometimes I need me a 50-day consecration to get my junk right. Oh, my shit. So every now and again, mother, prayer don't just do it for me. I have to go and fast because the Bible says, howbeit this kind goeth not out from thy prayer and thy fasting. Because if I can't fast the devil out of me, how am I going to cast the devil out of you? Can I preach about me before I get to you? So he calls us to fasting, y'all. That means you go without food. That ain't just not eating. And then you go, you deprive yourself. You can't say you fasted and you watching TV. I'm gonna be honest. You can't say you fasted and then as soon as you stop thinking, you can't. I mean, y'all want to really fast? You can't be going to the movies and doing all this and no, when you really fasting. That ain't fasting. That's just going without food. That's not fasting. If you don't eat to 3, then you eat at 3. You eat a whole smorgasbord. Fasting was God take stuff from you. So in this fast God put me on, I asked for it. As became, I asked for it, and God gave it to me. So she come on, here come my dick. So that Sunday day she come over, she come out there. So there's certain things God told me not to do for the fast. So he said, don't go to the gym during the fast. I said, okay, everybody know me. I love going to the gym. I just love going to the gym. I love running. He said, the next time you go to the gym, you're going to be 50 years old. Shot to the kid. You're going to get these 50 days, and the next time you go in there, you're going to be 50. I don't know how God going to bless me, but I'm going to be. He said, I want you to do this. I don't want you to drink this. You can't drink your white tea during this fast. You can't drink your white. All you're going to be able to drink is water and some juice. So when Christmas time comes, people be drinking that tea. I need some water or some juice. And here's the thing about it. When you give something to God, I don't want no tea. I want what God wants me to have. But after the 50 days over, had that picture ready at 12:01 midnight. We about to celebrate. You gotta know how to fast. He said, is this not such a fast that I've chosen a day for a man to afflict his soul? Yeah. When you fasting, you ain't having a good old time. You ain't talking to everybody. Ooh, somebody called me the other day. I was talking to him on the phone. I said, I got to go now. I said, he done hit me. Hey, I said, I got to go. He done hit me. Bye. And I went off praying. Oh, my shot. Yeah, shot it. It is to bow down his head as a bow brush in the sackcloth. And let me say this before I reach it. I am grateful for my wife. Let me tell you why. My wife let me see God. My wife knows she married a man that loves to seek God. She knows that she marries a man that's going to get up in the middle of the night and pray loud. She knows that she married a man that's going to push that plate away and give himself to God. And I can understand that lady don't ever be like, well, when you going to do this? When you going to do that? Can we go do this? You don't never spend no time with me. Because sometimes don't nobody ever want to spend no time with you till you spending time with God. You coming up just dumb. Is it not this the fast I've chosen to loose the bands of wickedness? To undo, it's getting uncomfortable in here. I'm about to expose the witch. To undo heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free and that ye break every yoke. Is it not that I'm about to expose the witch? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, that thou bring thy poor, that are cast out to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh? Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy health shall break forth. You want to get healthy? You want to get healed? Start fasting. But you don't have a right to say what God can do and what you need the doctor to do until you put yourself on a real fast and seek God for yourself until it's sure. Then thy light shall break forth as the morning. I feel my help coming in here. People mind on God. And thy righteousness shall go before thee, and the glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here I am. And if thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of fingers, and speaking back, if thou draw thy soul to the hungry, to satisfy thy afflicted soul, then shall the light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fill not. Fasting make me weak. Fasting make me tired. Fasting make no. When you do it right, fasting make you jump up out of bed with the anointing. Fasting make you strong through the day. Fasting make you look good in your face. Make your skin get better, because you ain't got all that product in you. And it'll help you lose some of that gut. And they shall be of thee, shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up quit talking about my God. Shall raise up the foundation of my many generations, shall be called the repair of the breach. Quit talking about my God. The restorer, quit talking about my God. The restorer past the dwelling. Alexander Temple Church, and quit talking about my God. Our God is calling us, and he's calling us back to prayer and fasting. He's calling us back to crucifying the flesh. He's calling us back to chastening ourselves, that he may be glorified in the earth. But we cannot despise the chastening. What I mean is this. Stay with me, y'all. Quit talking about my God. You already know. What I mean is this. That God has placed people in our lives to push us into the next dimension of praying and the next dimension of fasting. And they show us by precept and example. I love to pray and I love to fast. But I watch people that pray and fast. My spiritual father prays and fasts. I watch everybody. People that I've met, and I know that they know. I met a gentleman, not personally. I'm saying he prayed for me. Necessarily, he really prayed for me. He knocked me down. God, every truth, man, knocked me down. Pastor John Hanna. And he pushed me. He walked past me and he pushed me. Like, when he pushed me, I fell out of the spirit. When I got up, my whole prayer life changed. God, every truth. God, every truth. So God will place people in your life. My spiritual dad will be up in the church by himself, praying in the microphone. He will put people in your life, missionary friend, that will show you how to seek him. But see, the problem with many of us, can I be me for a minute? Don't hold this against me. Some of us like to be idiots. And you can't be flippant when God is using people to show you how to seek him. You can't say stupid stuff like, it don't take all that. Or you can't say stupid stuff like, oh, God called him, he didn't call me. Sometimes you disrespectful dummy. God calls us to seek him through the people in our lives that expose us to how we should seek him. King David was an example of seeking the Lord. He said, oh God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee, my soul thirsted for thee. My soul longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land, where the water is, to see thy power and thy glory. So I sing thee in the sanctuary. sanctuary. Because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in thy name. My soul shall be satisfied with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. When I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches, because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after thee, God. Thy right hand upholding me. The Apostle Paul, y'all. Don't tell me you get it in. The Apostle Paul, y'all, was an example of seeking the Lord. He said, be ye followers of me, even as also I am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. What the Apostle Paul is telling the church of Corinth is that I am pushing you to pursue Christ. I am pushing you to chase after God. Not that you're not saved, not that you're not holy, but there is more to God than what we have experienced. So I've taught you how to pray. I've taught you how to fast. Now it's time to get like Nike and just do it. So now I'm pushing you, y'all. Let's go 10 days of fasting. Let's go 20 days of prayer. Let's go 30 life.